I want to talk briefly about living in a type of matrix or reality where people just you cannot give them the truth. And means that when things happen to you that cannot be seen, you can't express it to anybody. And even if people do, some people might know what you're going through, they might not open their mouths. There's many cases where some people are fully aware of what you might be dealing with, and they won't open their mouths. And there are some cases where folks just don't get it. And then the ones who do, they're hard to reach, they're hard to talk to. It's hard to get them to respond to you. Okay? It's hard to get them to respond. Okay? And like you might try to tell a story or truth about something that a family member did, but then you have another family member insist that you bond with that family member that might have betrayed you. I guess to make them feel better, even though you've been betrayed in such a bad way. This other family member, I guess, wants to feel better and wants you to bond with them so they can feel better. Put your life in danger for them to feel better, regardless of what you just told them. you know. Um, Here's what I want to say. You can't hold stuff in. People say don't hold stuff in. Well, no, you don't have a choice but to hold it in. That's why I say get the fuck out the simulation. I'm pissed off when I say that. Because I'm mad that this ego is so fucking strong. When I say ego, I'm talking about this false entity that I so strongly identify with, the one that's speaking. That's an ego. That's a false entity. That's not a real person. Who I see in a mirror is not a real person. That's what my brain hallucinates. It's not my brain. The brain is a computer. That's why folks can mess with you. That's why they can mess with you like that. Okay? Sometimes you can't have the... People say don't hold it in, but who are you going to talk to? Are you going to pay $200 for 30 minutes? And that was just... it could be more than that. I don't know what it costs in different states. Are you going to be paying, and I don't know what insurance pays for these days, but are you going to pay for somebody to possibly not even help you with a problem that you know is going on, and because you are getting more and more exposed to the truth and you're going through hell because of it, because shit is happening in your life and all kinds of crazy stuff is going on to get you closer and closer to waking the hell up for real. I'm talking about wake up for real. Oh, I'm woke. No, ain't nobody awake. Because ain't nobody's body is really where they think they are. My body is not really here. I'm hallucinating this. My body is not here. Okay? This is a program right here. Okay? This is an ego. This is a program. The real me is not here. And at this point, see, I can't even have this conversation. Because even the people who know the doggone truth, they still love their ego. They still love this matrix, this reality. They still love it. So even a lot of people who know the truth, they still are addicted to it. So the fact that it's hard to have that kind of conversation means this ain't the fucking right world. It's not the right world. Because you don't have a choice but to hold it in. See, I make these videos on YouTube so I don't hold it in. Otherwise, I'll be holding so much stuff in, I'll pop. So I make these kind of uploads as an outlet because I ain't about to pay nobody to tell me nothing ain't real, because everything is a doggone illusion and we're in a simulation. I'm not going to pay you a bunch of money to tell me that my mind is playing tricks on me when we're in a simulation. It's just that my experience in this simulation is shitty as hell. And no, I can't make it better. I mean, I can make it better. But I can make it better by agreeing to get the hell out and stop holding on to the bullshit. If I hold on to my false entity self that's talking, it's not going to get better. If I let it go, the more I let go, it does get better. The more I hold on, it gets worse. It's time for me to leave this simulation. It just is. I'm being forced out. I'm being forced out. And I can't talk to nobody else about that. I don't want to be against light workers. But it seems like as soon as you got Christianity, then you had light working. And I really don't think light working means what a lot of people really feel like it means. It's not just about helping people. I really feel like light working is you helping the simulation continue, and this is a very wicked ass simulation. This is a false reversed type of matrix. So light working is helping to keep everything in reverse. It's helping to save this kind of matrix, this kind of reality that is in reverse, that have everybody in reverse. It's like you're helping to maintain that. You know. So I'm at the point where you know, the ego just has to go. I just have to slowly just get rid of the ego, because it's always going to be a part of the ego that wants to hold on to this shit, this reality. Because this is where this ego was created, in this type of matrix. So it's going to keep holding on because that's all the ego knows. But I can't, the ego has to go. It just has to go. It has to fucking die. This person, this whole, as you hear it, as you know it, it has to fucking die. It has to go. No more holding on to this world. It's in reverse anyway. Our abuse is sick to hold on to it. Everybody's mentally ill, not just people who have anxiety and depression. Everybody's mentally ill. Even people who smile every day, they're mentally ill. If they think this is a world to hold on to, they're mentally ill. And the reason why they might not know that they need to let go is because maybe their life is not in such a way that they need to let go, so they don't think they have to let go of it. But it's time to let go of it. You know, things happen to me where stuff happens in the ethers and it pisses me off. But I want to release the ethers too. I want to release everything that's false. I want to release the ethers. And I say things happen to me. It ain't even happening to the real me. It's happening to a fucking ego. I can feel it because I identify with this character that's talking. I identify with it, so I feel everything. And it's getting on my damn nerves. Because I identify so strongly with it. Why do I identify with it? Having to work every day have something to do with it. But I'm going to stop complaining about that. But when you have responsibilities, even in a false world, and you can know it's false all day long, and you can know you in reverse all day long, but the more you have responsibilities, you have to just stay in reverse. That's why I just want to fucking kill myself, and I don't mean to take a gun and shoot myself. This is why I want to lead a simulation, because I can't even hardly express that. It sounds like committing suicide. Well, you're dead already and don't know you're dead. You're in reverse. That's death. That means you are completely away from the true self. You are completely away from the truth if you're in reverse. That's death right there. And you don't know you're dead. So kill off the deadness. And I want to kill off the deadness. And stop thinking motherfuckers are fucking with me in the ethers when it's all an illusion. But because I am so attached and identified with this fucking ego in the ethers and all that bullshit, I feel all the crap that comes towards me. That I now have nothing for the ethers. It's false, and I fucking hate it. I hate the creation altogether. So anyway, but I do suggest to do everything to get to your real self possible, and then fucking let go. This is why when I do uploads, I sound like this every day, because I get closer and closer and closer to knowing the truth, and it pisses me off. And it's almost like some people try to stay away from the truth so they can maintain their because there ain't nobody to talk to. The closer and closer you get to the truth, ain't nobody to talk to, and you have to isolate yourself. And then you have a society, you have family or people, anybody, whoever, co-workers, that want to make you feel like you something is going on, something is wrong with you because of their program. And you're waking up more and more, and they're not, I don't know what they are, honestly. I don't know if they're plants. I don't know if they've been seeded. I don't know what a lot of these people are, black, white, or whatever. I don't know what they really are. Okay, because you can only know the truth about you. I'm sick of the this final destination mess with, all this stuff that's built up in your shadow, and karma keeps trying to catch up with you. And let me tell you about this fucking shadow that I hate. That's why I'm gonna just go to kill the ego, kill this entity that's talking, just kill it. But you got to get to a certain place of graduation, and don't just you got to graduate. Just let me say that you need to graduate. Don't just try to run. You need to graduate. However way that is. But this fucking shadow, the more you try to clear it out, the more shit to come your way. And all this fucking protection that you got to put up around yourself is just causing more problems, causing you to just really cut yourself off more. If you got to do all that, it just ain't worth holding on to. You got to do all that work. Because it's motherfuckers in the ethers that's so goddamn diabolical that you got to do all this fucking work on yourself to make sure your ass is safe. It ain't worth holding on to. You got to know that's not a world to hold on to. You got to know that's not a world to hold on to. Just kill that fucking ego now. Kill that person that you think you are, because that's nothing but an ego. It's not real. The fact that you got a social security card means that you're property. You got a birth certificate, you're property. You belong to somebody. That's why they got the right to mess with you the way they do, because you belong to somebody. Now, ego gotta fucking be killed. The entity needs to be killed. Even be reborn as a new person. Like, literally get rid of the old person and be reborn as a whole new person. That's it. Be reborn as a whole new person. Kill that fucking ego down. That I've seen some people try to escape and get into another type of energy and escape whatever ego that they were, and go into another space, and then that ego goes back and chase them and finds them and chase them. No, that's why I say kill the ego. Kill it. Continue to kill that person. So all this fucking karma, because the more you try to release karma, it seems like it wants to keep building up, and the more you try to release it, it wants to keep building up. It's like it's determined to fuck you up. That's why I ain't interested in releasing karma. I just want to kill the fucking ego. Just kill the motherfucker. I ain't releasing. I ain't doing no healing. Kill the motherfucker. Kill it. No healing. No releasing karma, because then they want to put in more karma. They add more with the shit that they doing. What's going on, whatever's running this world is not, you can't keep releasing and releasing, because new shit keep happening in this type of reality. New shit keeps happening. It keeps adding and adding and adding very low vibrational stuff. Just kill that fucking ego. Okay? Kill it all the way down. Raise yourself up, and get the hell on out. Now I'm saying that to myself. And get the hell on out. But anyway, I'll talk later.